Okay guys, I'm going to tell you a wee hair wing pattern. Now this is going to be a variation on a fly called the Erriff Nondescript. Now the Erriff Nondescript is obviously, as the name suggests, comes from the River Erriff down in Ireland. And it's a good fly to have in your box. It's good for the tap dropper, and it's also good in low water. When you come to summer, you want to just go out in the evenings or early in the morning for the fish. So the hook in the vise is a size 14 partridge patriot double. The thread that I'm going to use to tie the fly is uni thread 801 black. So I'm just going to leave a few mil of a space between or behind the eye of the hook, and that's just simply with a lot going on up here, so I want to be able to have plenty of room. Now just work a thread on down a wee bit. The tag and the rib on the fly is going to be a oval silver tinsel in small. I like to tie it in underneath, then bring the oval silver tinsel underneath the hook, and then just tie this in on the way down. And I'm just going to bring the thread down slightly past the point of the hook, and then we're going to take 4 turns of the oval silver tinsel to create the tag, and on the 5th turn bring it up and in between the 2 hooks. Now I'm just going to keep that oval silver tinsel underneath the hook and just run my thread up. Then we're going to fold it back for a rib, bring the thread back down. I'm just going to bring the thread down tight up against the tag. Now the tail is golden pheasant crest feather, and I have 2 here just to beef it up a wee bit. Now when I say beef it up, it's not to beef it up in fibre, it's to beef it up in colour, just to add a wee bit more colour to the flag. So you could use the dyed, or you could dye these yourself. Now just pull the tail into the length that I like. Just want to secure it in, come in and trim that away with a tapered cut. The body is uni floss and black. You could just use the thread for the body. You don't need to, on a fly at this size, in my opinion, you don't need to be using the floss, but just want to show you the pattern. So I'm just going to come around with a turn to hold and pull the floss into the length of the cut ends of the golden pheasant crest feather, and then I'm just going to run this up, and I just want to keep the body as smooth as I can. Don't want too many lumps and bumps. And then we'll just run the floss through my fingers. Just like to come round before I make the full turn. Just hold the tail in a nice tight clean turn onto the tail, and just bring your floss up with one turn, slightly touching the other. Round with the thread, a couple of turns to secure that in, and then we'll come in and trim away the excess. Then we'll bring up the rib, or oval silver tinsel. You're looking 4 turns of the oval silver tinsel on the body. Follow this round with the thread, 1 turn to hold, a couple of turns to secure, and then we'll come in and trim the excess away. Now the first part of the wing is red bucktail. On the original pattern it's red bucktail and then bodger hair over the red bucktail, but I'm just going to use the red bucktail and then grey squirrel tail dyed black. So I'm just going to come in and with a small pinch of the red bucktail. I'm just going to stack this, or line it up in my hand. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, now you want the red bucktail probably, well, on my fly, and this is for me, so just going to have the bucktail. Just want to bring it in so we can see just much the length of the tail. So just going to hold it there, just come around with a pinch and loop, and a couple of tight turns just to secure it in. Okay, just want to make sure it's on top. Nice pair of sharp scissors here. Just come in and trim the excess away. And then this is just the grey squirrel tail dyed black, so you're just looking at a small pinch of this as well. And I'm going to stack this, so I'm just going to clean the rubbish out from the bottom. Just get into the hair stacker tips first. I'm just going to give this a rattle on my desk. All the tips have lined up for me. Just take it out of the hair stacker. You just want this the same length as your bucktail. So just get it on the hook. Just get a measurement. Come in. Just trim the excess over my bin. Just going to get the squirrel as close to the shank of the hook as I can. Right with a pinching loop. Then another. And a couple of tight turns to tighten up. Now, at this stage, keeping the thread tight, you can come in with some super glue or varnish. This is just super glue that I'm using. This is just a Loctite super glue. Comes with a brush. You can use that or the Gorilla glue's good to use. I'm just going to bring this down over the cut ends of the squirrel, and that will actually seep through onto your bucktail. Now, see if there's any excess, just come in and just wipe it away. The throat on the fly is just a bodger hackle, just a silver bodger. So just going to come in, remove all the rubbish from the bottom, bring the fibres out onto the stem, and then you're just looking a couple of pinches for your throat. Now, just going to offer these underneath. I just want the haggle tips to come to the tag. Right, just going to hold them underneath and then come up with a pinching loop. A couple of turns just to hold them in place. We'll spin the base round. And just come in and then spread it out with your nail. I'm just going to tighten up a bit now. Happy enough of that. So let me bring that back right into focus. It's sitting for you. I'm just going to come in, grab the excess haggle fibres and just trim them away. And then all you have to do is just to tidy everything up nice and tight. Run the thread back up. Keeping the thread tight, come in with your whip finishing tool. And just throw in a whip finishing the way back down. Come in and remove the thread. Now, first coat on the head, super glue. You don't want this anywhere else, just on the head. You don't want it running into your wing. Right the whole way right round. And then let that dry. A couple of coats of super glue onto the head will seal it up. So look, that's just a variant, and all I've done different there is use the grey squirrel dyed black for the wing. But so we're well worth having one or two of those in size 14s in your box for those early summer mornings or late summer evenings when the fish are a wee bit more finicky in the pools. So look, taffy up, and hopefully you can catch you a few fish.